everybody. Welcome to another segment of the Divine and Aligned Collectives podcast, Divine Sessions. I am really taking this episode to heart because I have just felt so positive about my community this past week in particular. I have really connected with a mentor who I really look up to, and I was invited to a space where the energy in the room felt so positive, so uplifting that it inspired me for today's episode topic. And that is birds of a feather truly do flock together, but are you still on the ground? And what I really want to take away from this common subject is that who you hang around really emulates who you are and who you think you are in that season. If you don't feel worthy, if you don't feel like you deserve to be flying high, you're going to hang with birds that don't fly. If you feel like you are walking in your purpose and you feel like you are just attracting opportunities that align with your purpose, you will also attract other people who too are walking in their purpose. So it's a win-win situation. And one thing that I really took away from a wonderful weekend that I had going into a wonderful sisterhood experience. It wasn't an event, it was an experience because the energy was high even before the event started. I was very fortunate to be a part of this event. And what I loved about this sisterhood event was that every woman who walked through that door at the Claremont Resort and Spa, they walked in and was immediately smiling. I mean, I don't care if you never met the woman or if the woman who walked in didn't know you, or maybe she came in alone or came in with other people. Every woman who walked into the space that I was in this weekend, every woman embraced each other equally as if we were old friends. And it was genuine. Have you ever been around people and you just felt like the hugs was fake, the smiles was fake, everybody's posture was fake? They just were there because maybe we're all physically attractive and it was a nice photo op. This was not that. The sisterhood that I felt in that space was genuine. And it felt like every woman who was in that space were meant to be there. And that speaks to birds of a feather flock together. If you are in this place where you care about your mental health, physical well being, your finances, just your overall life, you will hang out with other people who have that same goal or have that same mindset. And so I want this episode to just encourage you to take some self inventory. Who are you hanging out with right now? And what does that tell you about yourself? Does the people you hang around consistently have drama? Always have something negative to say? Can't find no hope in nothing, okay? I mean, the sky is not even blue at this point. It's just gray and bleak. Are you hanging around somebody who dims your light or throws shade when your light is too bright? Are you hanging around people who easily gossip about others because they don't have nothing better to talk about? Are you hanging around people who don't manage their schedules properly? Are you hanging around someone who seems like they never can touch the ground? They're unstable, they're not grounded, and everything is a sense of turmoil or urgency. Really take some inventory about why are you hanging around people like that? Do you not feel worthy to have peace? Do you not feel worthy to be grounded? Do you not feel worthy to be around other people who's going to challenge you to come up in your purpose? Or do you feel more secure around people who live in chaos and turmoil because secretly you don't feel worthy to walk higher in your calling? This is a clarion call to take some self inventory and really figure out, where are you in your purpose journey? Because the people around you will let you know where you are. And I had to face this ugly truth that if I don't set boundaries, if I don't reevaluate my goals, if I don't reevaluate the way I spend my time, I'm going to continue to be around people who do not reinforce my purpose. And it starts with me. It starts with me saying, Contessa, where do you want to be? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? Because if you're flying high and you are walking around chickens, eventually you won't be able to be next to those chickens because you're flying and them chickens are not flying. Are you an eagle or are you a pigeon? Because pigeons can't go too high. Turkeys can't fly too high. There are some birds that can lift off the ground, but they can't go to a certain height in the sky. What kind of bird are you? Are you a hopping bird that can glide, or are you a bird that goes high and soar? What kind of flock are you walking with? And what does that say about your mindset in this season? So, something that I'm so proud of about myself is that I have been consistently going to the gym about 4 to 5 times a day. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'm in the gym between the times of 5:30 and 6. Gratefully, the gym is not too far from my home, but the discipline to be consistent, to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, get to the gym by 5:30, legit do about 1.5, 2 hour workout, and then still go about my day to either go to work, homeschool my kids, or run my businesses. And then when I get home from going to work, running my businesses, I'm then taking my children to extracurricular activities. I'm doing my podcast. I'm working on my business even more. I have to balance being a wife. I have to balance being a sister, a friend. It takes discipline and dedication to be consistent. And so I find myself being very intentional about my time. So I cannot be around people in this season who are not contributing to the mindset that I need to be able to wake up and go to the gym, manage my life, and then still be progressive in obtaining the goals that I've set for myself. I physically and spiritually cannot afford to be around someone who has no vision, who brings negative energy to me, someone who has a negative outlook on life, because that is going to weigh on me. And if their negative energy, their negative spirit rubs off on me or weighs on me, I now am robbed of the energy and the hope that I need and the consistency that I need to wake up on time, to have some me time in the gym. You're robbing me of my energy that I need for my kids and my husband. You're robbing me of my creativity that I need to put in my business and my networking affairs. This is why it's so important to have boundaries. Now, I am a recovering people pleaser. And with that said, I find, or I used to find it uncomfortable. That's a better way to say it. I used to find it very uncomfortable to set boundaries because I didn't want to make people feel bad. I don't want to make you feel bad to say I'm on a mindset that doesn't welcome the way that you think about life. My mindset, the way I want to navigate my time, does not align with how negative you are. My spiritual well being, my peace, does not align with you gossiping all the time. And it was hard for me to set a boundary with people who came my way with negativity, nothing positive to say, no positive outlooks on life. It was hard for me to set a boundary because somehow I didn't want that person to feel like that I thought I was better than them. But a that form of thinking will keep you stuck and keep you connected to chickens when you really should be with eagles. So I'm here to tell you, my fellow sisters, my fellow people pleasing sisters, get over it. There is nothing that you can do to help an insecure person feel secure about themselves. With that said, set the boundary. Do not take responsibility for how someone feels when you're walking in your purpose. If you walking in your purpose means that somebody now feels insecure, that's not your business. If you walking in your purpose and setting boundaries means that someone's whole life is now disrupted, run away from them, because what they've done is made you their God. They are now idolizing you because by you not giving them access to you makes them fall out and have a temper tantrum like a child. That means they've made you way too important in their life. They are codependent on you, sis. You've given them so much access that they don't even know how to act when you say, not right now. If the people in your life think that you are better than them, now that you said, you know what, I can't talk about gossip right now. You know what, I can't hang out with you right now. I'm working on a goal. You know what, I actually can't hang out with you because I have to go to sleep so that I have the energy to make it to the 5 o'clock gym session I got the next morning. When people feel disrupted and bitter and mad because you are moving differently for the betterment of you, they were never in your corner in the first place. And you got to stop taking so much credit in someone else's life. They have to be the master of their life. They have to take control over their life. You cannot heal someone, change them. You cannot fix them. Let them go on their own self-help journey. Let them go on their own spiritual journey. Let them reconnect to God. Let them find a way to find their purpose. But you are not the key to their success. They are the key to their own success. So do not take ownership when setting a boundary disrupts someone's livelihood, because they are just leeching onto you. And then because you're a people pleaser, sis, you feel bad for it. I'm here to undo that thought process. I'm here to give you permission to reevaluate your friendships, your networking circles, and I'm here to encourage you to set the necessary boundaries so that you can walk unapologetically in your purpose. So, what are we going to do, sis? We're going to journal. We're going to reflect where we want to be in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. We're going to research and write down what kind of lifestyle do I need to live so that my lifestyle aligns with my goals? What kind of people do I need to be around that will continue to reinforce the mindset that's needed to reach my goals? What spaces do I need to stop going into so that I could be prepared to be the woman that I know I'm supposed to be? These are the hard questions that you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself so that you can set healthy boundaries with the people around you and so that you can hold yourself accountable to walking in your purpose. So, with all of this said, I want to invite you, if you're not already involved, I want you to look in the description of this video, and I invite you to join the Divine and Aligned Collective's email subscription, where you will not only get inspirational messages, but you will also get an invitation to join our private sisterhood, where you will be given tools that was going to continue to keep you in a mindset that you are meant to live on purpose and in your purpose. And we are going to be able to hold you accountable of setting healthy boundaries and staying focused on who you're supposed to be in your life. We're going to give you life coaching tools that's going to force you to look at all areas of your life to make sure that you are in alignment to your purpose. And then we're going to give you the tools to continue to reinforce who you're supposed to be. So go ahead, look in the descriptions of this video. Click the necessary links to join our email subscription, and also join our private community where we will look at 7 life domains. Now, these life domains are all the areas that comprise of making you you. And we're going to make sure that you are made whole. We're not going to just work on your physical health, but your mental health is out of whack. We're not going to focus on making money and you got poor relationship skills, sis. We're not going to just look at, oh my goodness, I'm doing good in my business, I'm doing good in my relationships, but your environment is unhealthy. We're not going to discredit how important having a spiritual well-being, a spiritual identity. We're not going to make money. We're not going to have positive relationships and then discredit that you don't have a spirit that needs to connect to a higher being. We're going to address all areas of your life so that you can not only be made whole, but that you live a well-balanced and fulfilled life that aligns with your purpose. I hope that something I said today made a light bulb go off. I hope that you feel like you're worthy to walk around and fly with a proper flock. I hope that I said something that gave you permission to live out loud and unapologetic. I hope I said something today that helps you to set better boundaries with people who mean you no good in the first place. I want you to understand that you are here for a reason. And I want you to live unapologetically. I want you to live in full fulfillment. And I want you to have a well-balanced life so that you can walk in peace, live in purpose, and inspire and make impact in the world around you. I love you, sis. Until next Monday, go ahead and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Divine and Aligned Collective. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Divine and Aligned Collective. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, and don't you forget to join our private community where you will have access to life coaching tools for a better and fulfilled life. Love you, sis.